Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Italo here from Roia Moto, and today I showed you the step-by-step how you can change the brake pads of your Honda CRF300L and also applicable for the Rally. Let's get started. If you want to know which brake pads that I'm installing, I'm going to put the product code here on the screen. I bought these with my own money. That's not a sponsored video. I just want to show to you how you can do it at home with confidence. Now, throughout this entire video, I'm using the Roia Moto toolkit. So if you want to check it out, just go to royamoto.com and see the options that we have available in there. Here you're looking on the rear brake pad. You're going to have this rubber plug in here. Just pull it out with your fingers. Now there inside you're going to have your 5mm Allen bolt. So just go ahead and undo this one. And here you can see now it is very simple. You're just going to wiggle out this holding pin in here. Now, especially when you're working out in the trail, I do recommend you to use this section here of the tool roll. This is a magnetic area, so you can see here. So I recommend you to put any metallic parts in here so you're sure that you don't lose them or you just don't kick them, misplace them. So I put everything that is metallic on this area. Very simple and easy. Just slide the brake pads out. And also the one here in the back. This is the model for the rear brake pad. I'm going to add some anti-squeal paste, but this is totally optional, so if you don't have, it's actually not a problem at all. But it's just to prevent this noise that you can get from brake pads or from the brakes. So I'm going to start in here by inserting the brake pad that is towards the motorcycle on the inner side. Now if I give you a view here on the opposite side, this is really straightforward. Now right there you can see how you want to line up the brake pad. See right there? So it's really simple to do it. Just make sure that when you look here from the opposite side, it's sitting like that. Now just take a look right in there, and that's what I'm going to use here to guide myself. There it is. I'm going to smear a little bit of thread lock on this section here. Doesn't have to be much. Now you need to make sure that the brake pads are lined up, and then you push the pin through. Let's put the cover back on. Hey, a quick break here from the ride. If you're out exploring on two wheels, you already know things can go wrong when you least expect. That's why you gotta be ready with the proper tools and skills to fix your motorcycle. The Roia Moto toolkits are the best motorcycle-specific toolkits, lightweight, compact, and with high-quality tools. Each kit has everything that you actually need on the trail for your motorcycle model. No extra weight and room taken from your luggage. They have already helped hundreds of riders to keep rolling when it matters most. If you want to ride further with peace of mind, then check out royamoto.com. Now, back to the video. Now you're looking at the front wheel. For this bolt, you're going to need an 8mm hex socket. For the front brake caliper, I recommend you to actually pull out the brake caliper. So you need a 12mm hex socket for these two bolts. You can see that actually the brake pad, one of them already fell. It just gets much easier when you loosen here the brake pad. And I'm actually going to remove it to show to you what we are doing. Here's the brake pad that I'm using for the front. Now let me show to you a little bit of the inside, okay? One thing that makes it much easier when you're installing here on the front, you're gonna see that you have these two cups in here, or these two pistons that press against the brake pads. You can push them in, okay, with your fingers, so you just press on them so they go back a little bit inside. That gives more space, more distance between the brake pads and make it easier when you're installing here. Now here's another thing to make it easier for you. If you look at this brake pad, actually you're going to notice that they're different. You see that the shape is quite different. This one that has this curvature in here, this hook, that's the one that goes towards the motorcycle. And this half a moon in here lines up with this pin up top, so like that. Okay, it lines up in here like that. While the other one, you have to line up this tip in here, right here at the end. You're going to be able to see. I'm going to put this inside here now. And I'm looking right in here. It will be hard for me to show to you in the video, but right there I see that this little pin is lining up in there. So just take a look at home and you'll figure it out. Now for the front brake, I'm going to pass the pin through at this moment, okay? So I'm not going to put on the motorcycle first. First I'm going to pass the pin through, and trust me, you will see that it is much easier to do it this way for the front brake. Okay, so now we have this done, but what you'll notice here is that the brake pads are making contact. So I'm going to push this one here up like that. And that's the gap that you're looking for. See, so we have a gap in here. So now I'm going to slide the brake disc inside this gap. So there it is. It's already slided through. So very easy to do. And now I'm going to put a little bit of thread lock here on the tip of the bolt. Now here's something very important for your safety. As we have just installed new brake pads, you want to make sure that everything is working properly. So just don't take the motorcycle and go for a ride. What we're going to do now is just pull here on the front brake. This is to make sure that the brake pads sit and make full contact against the brake disc. Do the same also for the rear brake. If you follow the video and everything is lined up correctly, then there should be no problems. But you still want to check, I recommend just go for a quick spin without a helmet so you can hear well, of course here at a reasonable speed. So just hop on your motorcycle and just move it around at a very slow speed, and you want to just hear that when you press the brake that nothing feels abnormal. The only thing that I could see happening here is that if you don't line up the brake pads correctly, so they're in an awkward position or being put in pressure by these spring-loaded metal clips that are inside, it shouldn't happen. But again, since we're talking about your brakes, you want to be sure that you have done this correctly. And that is pretty much it. This job will take you 5 to 10 minutes. Very simple to do it. No need to pay anyone for that. If you still have any questions, you can drop a comment down below. I reply to every single comment. And lastly, if you haven't yet, check out roiamoto.com for our toolkits. That's it, guys. Ride safe, and I see you on the next one. Bye-bye.